Hello there, Crew Talk Nation. What's up? It's your boy Q1 with another gameplay video. Today we are playing NBA 2K20, and well, I hope you guys enjoy.
Back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up. I was told it, back up. God is all in my back up, but I won't be back up. I'ma need you to back up. Spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back, spilling the tea, stirring the cup. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up. I'ma need you to back up.
Is you thinking I'm jumping and leaking and leak immediately? Show up this evening and wait till you sleeping. Kicked it to open up, scanning for motion. I'm just trying to make all my pockets obese. Done with I just want the Lucci. So me and all of my poochies can eat.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Our cameras caught the Clippers arriving at their building and coming through the tunnel with a lot of style and confidence. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. There it is, the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where we're getting set to bring you all of today's action. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. We'll watch the Toronto Raptors in this one as they go up against the Los Angeles Clippers here at the Staples Center. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brett Berry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Here are the five for the Raptors. Siakam at power forward with Gasol at center. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Powell in at the three. And for Los Angeles, the two stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's Harrell in at center. Brent, two explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at the time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings, he would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
I can see the bruises. Here's Powell, following the score by Lou Williams. Gasol trying to free himself up, and the shot goes in from Siakam.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Tone setting right here early. Love that tenacity.
Now here's Leonard. Over Siakam. It's rebounded by Gasol. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And so it looks like the Raptors will retain possession here. Lowry finds Siakam. Shoots over Leonard. And Siakam with the basket on the assist by Lowry. Siakam's got his second bucket.
Man, he's got that touch working tonight, shooting the ball very well to start this one.
Here's George. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim.
He may not be the strongest inside presence in the league, but still, he's got to convert from there.
Makes it off the glass.
He does a lot of work on the perimeter, but don't let Paul George fool you. He can finish inside.
Pass to Siakam. Over Leonard. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
The Raptors have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Gasol. Good.
Sensational feel in the painted area. Get Gasol the ball. Let him use his size and intelligence to full advantage. As he enters his mid-30s, Marc Gasol showing no signs of slowing down. If anything, I think he's a better all-around basketball player.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. We talked about what makes Kyle Lowry such a dynamic player. Coach said, I love his competitive fire. Playing against guys like that has to bring out the best with you. You gotta meet force with force. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now here's Beverly, and that one drops.
Patrick Beverly can do that in close, finds a way to get that one up, and you know he likes to score. It doesn't happen a ton, but he loves it.
And through his first 8 seasons in the NBA, Marc Gasol made a total of 12 three-pointers. Nowadays, Greg, he'll make more than that in a month.
and you ask around, he's always been capable. A great shooting touch. It's just a different job description for big men nowadays.
Here's George following the basket by Marc Gasol. And it's good, 2 points.
His range goes out a lot further, but didn't need to on that possession.
Here's Siakam. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Lowry's got 3 assists in the game.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Williams passes to Harrell. Leonard on the wing. Harrell trying to free himself up. Leonard dishes to Harrell. And good that time.
He gets really excited about finishing through contact, Kevin.
So timeout called here, the first for Toronto.
And interesting to see the rebirth of the Clippers, or actually maybe the actual birth of the Clippers, having Kawhi Leonard join this team along with Paul George, convincing him to come to town, and the start maybe something special. And it's pretty immediate, the impact that these two are going to make on the floor, especially on the defensive end.
Here's what the Clippers are going with right now. Zubac is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. JaMychal Green comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Lou Williams.
And the lean frame of Ibaka taking the punishment but still converting the basket. Toughness.
And Kawhi with all the strings he pulled to get here. Brent, he's already a Clippers legend.
Yeah, it's kind of funny to say that, but a 3-time All-NBA performer. Remember, in 2011-12 was on the All-Rookie team, a 2-time Finals MVP. Kawhi Leonard's resume is just absolutely astounding for a player who's still growing. In fact, to him, at 28 years old, joining the Clippers along with Paul George. A lot of high expectations for the franchise now.
He hits the second from the line. 2 seasons at Indiana for OG Anunoby, and the 23rd pick of the 2017 draft. Greg, talk about his game.
You know, NBA ready physically from day one. You know, still working for consistency with his shooting, especially at the free throw line. But I like his potential as a two-way player.
And so Lowry will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. We've got 1:13 left here in the first quarter. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession. Clippers have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. Pass to Zubac. 58 seconds left in the first. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's McCaw, and the layup is good.
Soft touch on the lay-in. Not everyone has that.
Clippers trail by 3. George looking over the floor. The rebound by Ibaka.
And he gets a lot of points right there at the rim, but the defense determined not to give up the easy deuce there.
Down low. Tipped away. Here's McCaw. His second shot goes in. Off to a good start, 2 for 2.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here's Beverly. The 3. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. It's the Raptors. They lead by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. Now a veteran in the NBA, Serge Ibaka, talked about his role on this team.
I like to do all those little things, running up and down, blocking shot, straight to the floor, making open shot, rolling the basket, screen, those dirty work. I like to do that.
And Ibaka, Greg, a great complementary player.
And you like his combination of size and skill, able to impact the game at both ends on a high level.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And from what we've seen so far from the Raptors, guys, your thoughts?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
I couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Hollis Jefferson. Ibaka is out there with Anunoby. Then there's Lowry. And it's McCaw in at the 2. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, after 5 years as an assistant in Toronto, last season Nick Nurse moved to head coach of the Raptors, and the team responded, winning the franchise's first NBA championship. Nurse has been at this for 3 decades. He got his first head coaching position at the age of 23. And he has moved all throughout basketball, both domestically and abroad, guiding 15 teams in 5 different countries. After winning it all last year, Kevin, he's finally made it to the top.
David, he sure has a long and winding journey. Thank you. A different look for the Clippers. Leonard, he's checked in for Paul George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverley. And then for Toronto, Pascal Siakam comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyle Lowry. Now here's Williams. Passes it to Zubac. There's the dish to Leonard. Here's Williams. Green breaking loose. Williams can't hit. Raptors leading by 3.
Tremendous amount of excitement around the Clippers right now, and why not? 2 elite players that can play both sides of the floor. They were already talented and scrappy. You just wonder if this group, with some of the additions and subtractions, can come together in the same way that last year's group showed the type of cohesion that a team that wants to perform at elite levels needs to do.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Here's McCaw. Bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. And Brent, over the last few years, the Clippers have had to replace true stars.
It's pretty amazing with Chris Paul, DeAndre Jordan, and Blake Griffin not being in Clipper uniforms, how the organization has turned it around in such a short span to have the opportunity that it has in front of them now to go further than what those 3 guys provided for so many years in Los Angeles. Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after a good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
Here's Leonard. Happy to see that one go in for his second make in 5 attempts.
Well, I like what the defense tried to do. They crowded Kawhi, but he's just getting so creative near the basket.
The pass to Ibaka. Score the basket, his 3rd after 5 shots.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Leonard on the wing. Williams inside, covered by VanVleet.
And what sets Lou Williams apart right now is his confidence. This guy is a gunner who comes in and believes that he's going to score. He often does.
Greg, I'm just so impressed with the level of finesse and craftiness that Lou Williams always plays with.
And Kevin, you don't stay a perennial 6th Man of the Year candidate at Williams' age without having more than a few tricks up your sleeve. He's so good in tight spaces and can find a way to get a shot up where others just have to kick it out.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Well, the Raptors' Nick Nurse winning an NBA title in his first season. Greg is an NBA head coach.
The first time a head coach who'd also helmed a team in a foreign league has won it. Nurse often reminisces fondly on those days coaching in Europe. And this summer, he was entrusted with coaching the Canadian national team at the FIBA World Cup.
Inside, here's Siakam. And Siakam throws it down.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Now here's Williams. He's got 6. That one's all good. Now he's 3 for 5 from the field. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Raptors. It's a 5-point game. To the paint, here's Siakam. Look at that.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. And here is Los Angeles now. The Raptors getting the bucket.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got 5 assists in the game. Clippers have gone 6 of 11 from the floor. Over 50% shooting here in the second quarter. And the Clippers decide to take their first timeout here.
And the most improved player in the league last season, Pascal Siakam, got better in every statistical category.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Paul George comes in for Green, and it's Patrick Beverley in for Landry Shamet. And then for Toronto, OG Anunoby comes in for Patrick McCaw, and Kyle Lowry subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. That one good for 2. And that's now 10 points for George. And it's those diamond-in-the-rough players that so often elevate the top teams. And, Greg, that's what the Raptors found in Pascal Siakam.
No doubt. The 27th pick back in 2016. Now a full-time starter on a rookie contract, just over $2 million this season. He is due for a big raise.
Here's Leonard. Following the basket by Pascal Siakam. Good on that shot, and with that, the Toronto lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Lou Williams. Raptor shooting has been sensational, 75% for the game. Pass to Gasol. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Gasol's got the lead back up to 9 now for the Raptors. To the middle, here's Williams, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Williams has got 12.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Raptors leading by 7. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's Gasol. Siakam trying to free himself up. Gasol, no good. Williams kicks to Harrell. Kicks it out to Leonard. Fires the 3. And the 3 ball is good. He's got 7.
Well, stretching the floor, Kawhi Leonard out at that distance, you're just so fearful of him driving by, and he knocks one down with confidence.
Anunoby. And the shot is long.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Pascal Siakam getting it done for the Toronto Raptors. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. Pascal Siakam, guys, really making a difference here.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
Under down low at 4 with Harrell in the middle. Beverly and Williams, the guard tandem. And it's George in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Doc Rivers. And the Toronto Raptors knew in trading for Kawhi Leonard that he might not stick around. Even after his decision returned to his hometown of Los Angeles, Greg, the Raptors have to feel good about the way it all worked out for him.
Kevin, the first championship in franchise history, and now they set about working their way back to the mountaintop. Some talented young players and quality vets, not to mention an outstanding front office, I think it'd be a mistake to count them out.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the reasons Toronto was able to win the NBA championship was the astronomical improvement from Pascal Siakam, who was recognized as the league's most improved player. It was the dream of Pascal's late father that he'd reach this level, and his determination to make that reality has brought him a long way from home. Kevin?
It has indeed, D.A. Great story, and thank you.
Yeah, and it doesn't take much elevation for Gasol to throw one down, of course, unless somebody's standing right in his way. That dunk is going to be easy money for him.
Over in the corner, Beverly. Plenty of space, and that one hits back iron.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Powell. Unable to get that one. George with the defensive effort. A floater, and it's Beverly missing. Raptors with the lead. Powell, the pass to Siakam. Great D that time from Harrell.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Leonard, no luck. The Raptors have gotten just one of their first 4 shots to fall since coming out of the locker room at the break. Count it, good. Van Vliet's got his second basket of the game.
Of all the action happening there, Kevin, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Here's Williams. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. 16 points for Lou Williams.
Lou Williams is got it going. Look out.
Toronto calls timeout. You know, Brett, we know guys love really jawing at each other. What was your criteria for issuing a double technical for trash talk?
Yeah, in today's game, it's kind of like it could be a whisper
right.
or a wink, you know, the way that they look at it.
It's both sides, doesn't it?
And they just try to curtail anything that could escalate, Kevin. That's really what the referees are doing. As soon as they see some kind of body movement or see guys starting that way, they want to cut it off before anything else happens. So the criteria is a little bit confusing. Sometimes I like to see them getting after a little bit.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting tonight.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
Here's Shamet. Banked in off the glass. Shamet's got it all tied up now for Los Angeles. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Ibaka right side. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity.
I always talk about the first 2 steps in transition, and Paul George out quick and decisively that time.
Pass to McCaw. Ibaka right side. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Ibaka's got 8 points.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Passes it to Zubac. Outside, George. Another shot, and Zubac puts it in. Zubac has got his first points of the game.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
And the pass to McCaw. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Very little resistance against that throwdown.
Nope, not what they want to see in a game this close, Greg.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Gasol against Zubac. Can't connect from short range. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverly trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Van Vliet passes to Hollis Jefferson. And here is Gasol, stolen by Zubac. And here we go. George heading to the hoop. And George with the stuff.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Some firepower from this offense tonight.
Yeah, they got a nice groove going right now offensively.
Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for the Clippers. Anunoby, he's checked in for the Raptors. Lowry comes in for Fred VanVleet. And perhaps the most shocking news of the NBA offseason, Greg, the trade of Paul George. Nobody saw that coming.
Took a ransom of draft picks to get him off the Thunder. Kawhi Leonard recruited him to join him on the Clippers, and Paul obliged by demanding a trade. Came together quickly and caused a major power shift in the West.
2 years ago, Paul George and his curious travels about where he was going to land in terms of free agency made his way back to Oklahoma City. And a lot of people were wondering why he made that choice. Then a year later, at the behest of Kawhi Leonard, a trade goes down where Paul George ends up back in Los Angeles with the Clippers. You talk about a two-way threat along with Kawhi Leonard. What an unbelievable wing combination the Clippers have with these two.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And here we go. Here's Lowry. Sweet little floater.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Los Angeles has gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Pass to Zubac. Here's Harrell. And here's Beverly with 1 on the clock. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. For the candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Sometimes it happens when the offense is struggling, but every now and then this helps with the offensive uptick right there. Great job of setting his teammate up.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. Lowry and Powell, the guards. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. Raptors trail by 4. Siakam, right side. It counts, and the foul. It's going to be on Montrezl Harrell.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Zubac. Throw good, Siakam.
And over the last few seasons, Kyle Lowry's scoring trending downward. His assists increasing, though, dramatically, relying more on his teammates to get the job done.
Here's Leonard. That one's not going to go. And Toronto will come the other way.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
To take the lead. A shot by Lowry, no good. And we've seen Lowry settling for more perimeter shots in recent years.
I mean, he's always had a great motor, but you have to adapt as you get older. Some back issues starting to creep in, and important for him to stay healthy along the way. Man, that's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Williams finds Harrell. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 3.
Harrell will do whatever it takes to grab some of those buckets down low.
To the inside, here's Siakam. Yes, that goes in. Siakam's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, clutch play there. No reason to risk the jumper when you can get to the rack.
And no reason to settle in that situation. If they're going to give that up, he's going to take all of it. What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry. 25 points for Siakam.
Yeah, that was the 3rd straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
And the Clippers call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. Fred VanVleet is checked in for Toronto. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Doc Rivers talking to the team, and he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
Thank you, David.
Well, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
Left side, Ibaka. Shoots over Leonard. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Over in the corner, Beverly. From outside the arc, cans it from downtown.
Well, there's some confidence right now in Patrick Beverly's game. He's got the green light, and that time took a little bit of a quick opportunity and nailed it.
Lowry drives in, drops in the layup for two.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They get a hand on it. Pass to Harrell. Ibaka comes with the double team. Harrell kicks to Beverly. From downtown, it's hauled in by the Raptors.
Kind of rare to see any player have this much of a struggle from the field. To still have the lead shows how resilient they are as a complete team.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Now take a look at him, locked in right now in this moment, wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
But just hard to keep up with Montrezl Harrell and that impressive energy he brings.
For Los Angeles.
He misses the free throw.
At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second.
Big trip to the line. He did not get all of them, but at least they hold the lead now.
And the Raptors call time here. Paul George really making a difference here.
A smart move here, talk things over. He's really eating them up, and they've tried a few different looks defensively, nothing quite getting it done.
And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Paul George.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
And Williams gets it to go on the assist from Leonard. Leonard's got 5 assists in the game.
Wow, huge in a big moment there. Getting the ball to Lou Williams, not a bad idea.
It's good. 10 points for Serge Ibaka.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
Here's George. Rebound by the Raptors. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight to take the lead. And the layup by Powell. Powell's got his first 2 points.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Harrell, that's good. And the Clippers lead by 1.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Ibaka right side. Over Harrell. And that one off the back of the rim and in. 12 points for Serge Ibaka. Well, as we move into the 4th, it's been an even game.
Guys, teams have exchanged the lead 5 times thus far.
Here's Leonard. Yep, that one goes in there.
And as a defender, you are left somewhat helpless to stop that. Leonard with too many moves in his arsenal and a flood of ice water in his veins.
Siakam left side. Leonard brings the double team. Second chance shot. Basket counts. Ibaka's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. And the Raptors making a change here. Gasol's checked in. And the Clippers call time here. They're trailing by 1. There's 53 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Marc Gasol. Siakam against Leonard. Good D by Siakam. And so Siakam will bring it up for the Raptors. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. There's 37 seconds left in the game. Good!
Oh, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Leonard with the steal. Now here's Williams. D right on him. They get it again. Harrell trying to free himself up. And it's Leonard missing.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
It drops.
And the ability to generate points off offensive rebounds, something Ibaka did a lot earlier in his career before he started spending so much time on the perimeter.
And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 1. 5 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What's your take, guys?
And this is it, guys. Down 1, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
Lou Williams living for the moment. Got clutch written all over him here tonight.
Here's Lowry. Shot is good. But it looks like this one might get reviewed. Very close on the release. Well, they are going to replay right now to make sure he did not release it in time as the officials originally ruled. Well, they had thought they had the game already won. Now they've got their fingers crossed.
And now that we've gotten a chance to see it in slow-mo, I think the ruling has to be that he did not beat the buzzer with that shot.
And the final call's been made.